Myanmar, Liberia, USA. Otherwise, there's no inches. No, 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 there's no inches. No inches, DIY. Good morning. Here I have cut a piece of form ply. This is going to be my bench top or my desktop. So what I'm going to do is put a polished steel piece of 65/35 around the edge here. That'll look sweet as. And then underneath I've got the pieces cut out for my cabinets, which is going to be a cupboard with the computer on one side and a set of drawers on the other side. So what I've got is I ripped one sheet down the middle for these 600 by 600 squares. So my desktop is going to be 600 wide or slightly larger because I'm allowing, I just want it slightly bigger than 600 mils wide. So I've cut that around 550, and the leftover, the extra 65 mil we'll get with the polished steel rail. So the bit that was left over just happened to be near the perfect height for these. And then when I've got the top on here, these cabinets with a little foot, then I'll have the proper desk height of 760. That's the plan. And I didn't rip this on camera because it's just very slow and time consuming. I clamp a straight edge to the table and rip it down with my saw. Takes hours, and it's millimeter perfect work, so it's very fiddly. So I'm going to clamp these and screw these together, and that'll give me the basic shape, and then I'll have to do my fine alterations from there. I'm just going to clamp them up like this, and I'm going to drill the screws up from underneath. I'm going to attempt to do this without any pre-drilling, so I'll do it in a non-prominent location. It's a bit dodgy, I admit. They don't like not being pre-drilled, and it's not the best way to get a joint either, because you need this end of the screw to free spin so it can tighten up. So I might just put two in for now, just to hold it in place. So what we've got here, this side doesn't go all the way to the back, because this is forming a shelf for my computer to sit on, and the computer will face this way out under the desk, and there'll be doors here. So if I need to adjust a cable at the back of the computer, I can just reach through the back of the cupboard and get access to the back of the computer. So that's the plan. There'll be plenty of air able to circulate through here, so keep the computer nice and cool. That's the plan. Let's execute the plan. Oh, you'll wreck your screw. Just use a thinner one. I just want to hold it together at this stage. So what happens here is my desktop's going to sit on top here. It's 545. Okay. So what has to happen here, the steel front rail will sit in here, so I'll have to notch out for that. So it is a different measurement. It is 65. So it's going to stick out 10 mil, that's right. And it's 35 deep. It's 35 minus 17, 18. So 18 millimeters has to be notched out of here. Alright, now I know where that notch out is. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some pieces of pine across here, just to hold it all together, and that's what I'll put some nice stainless steel bugies in through the top there to hold that all together. Alright, so what I've done is I've cut a piece for there. Now I've just got to work out a way to screw that in. Because they have no thread on the shank up at that end, that should be able to pull tight. One of these pieces of pine in here, just because it's more solid and I can support the whole rest of the frame off this, which is going to be important because I'm going to have this cabinet so it's only supported in the middle and the edges sort of hang off with a piece of maybe a little square stump under here. That's the plan. So I'm going to reconsider. I'll go 615. This pine was actually gifted to me by someone who was throwing out a bed. It's the bed rails that it came with. So waste not, wanteth not. All right, that's ready to cut. I'll do the rest of the screws from the bottom. I don't want to see them. I'm not a maniac. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend one out here. Having this rail under the benches, and you've got to clamp the clamps upside down, which is actually good for safety, but a little bit inconvenient. Someone marked that upside down. Wonder who it was. Have I got that measurement right? No, it didn't look right, but I can assure you it is right. So now I just have to make this piece 515. Eyeball that, straight enough, 515. Bus bus. That's going to give me a nice little frame in here. So when I put some legs here, it'll be nicely supported. Beautiful, beautiful fit. These clamps are brilliant when they work. But the trouble with these is they've got this long thread and that can tend to bend. And one of mine is very bent. And the more bent they get, the less cooperative they get. I'll probably put another one of these big boy McAvoys in here. Okay, stay tuned for day 1, part 2, where I build the other side of the desk. Like and subscribe.